Two cousins from the Astor dynasty, heirs to one of the biggest fortunes in the United States, turned a family feud into the creation of one of the world's most famous hotels. In the late 19th century, Caroline, Mrs. Astor, ruled New York high society. But the roots of this rivalry ran deeper than two ambitious cousins. For years, Mrs. Astor and her nephew William Waldorf clashed over status, protocol, even the right to the Astor name's social crown. When Mrs. Astor asserted her primacy on Fifth Avenue, William answered not with letters, but with a hotel. In 1893, he tore down his own mansion at Fifth Avenue and 33rd Street, and with architect Henry Hardenberg, built the luxurious Waldorf Hotel, complete with electricity, private bathrooms, and fine dining. It was a direct challenge to his aunt's circle. Her own son, John Jacob Astor IV, struck back. In 1897, he built the even larger Astoria Hotel on the adjacent lot. The press called it the War of the Astor Hotels. Eventually, competition turned impractical. Both cousins hired the same architect to link the hotels with a roughly 300-foot covered corridor, Peacock Alley. United at last, the Waldorf-Astoria was born, setting a new global standard for luxury. That single decision reshaped New York's social map. Peacock Alley, that mirrored artery between the two hotels, turned strolling into theater. The city's elite paraded there at dusk. To Peacock was to be seen, and the Waldorf gave New York its runway. From day one, the Waldorf-Astoria was more than a hotel. It was the glamour epicenter. Writer Ward Morehouse III captured it neatly, calling the place a vertical Beverly Hills because fame didn't just visit, it lived there. Marilyn Monroe glided through its corridors. Frank Sinatra turned suites into salons, and Cole Porter, seated at his beloved 1907 Steinway, composed hits that drifted into the night. The Duke and Duchess of Windsor made it home in exile, and for decades, American presidents bunked at the Waldorf during the UN General Assembly. The kitchens left their own mark. In 1893, maitre d'hotel Oscar Cherky debuted the Waldorf salad, a classic far beyond Manhattan. And at breakfast, the hotel helped canonize Eggs Benedict, making a legendary hangover cure part of culinary history. But the original Fifth Avenue building came down in 1929 to make way for the Empire State Building. But the Waldorf-Astoria was reborn in 1931 on Park Avenue, a shimmering Art Deco palace. It welcomed royalty, statesmen, and movie stars by the thousands. Engagements were announced, like Prince Rainier III and Grace Kelly. Birthday galas lit up the ballrooms. And for generations, New York's most photographed arrivals stepped out beneath its marquee. And yet, the essence hasn't changed. The Waldorf is still where New York dresses up, where a corridor can feel like a stage, and where a chance encounter can become part of the lore. The presidential tradition, however, ended in 2015, when President Barack Obama moved the U.S. delegation elsewhere after the hotel changed hands. The end of an era. What started as a family contest became a global benchmark for elegance, whose story keeps unfolding, even now. Thanks for staying till the end. Like, comment, and tell me which moment in the Waldorf-Astoria's saga you'd have wanted to witness.